Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. This is Breakfast with TDN and I am Sylvia John. Don't forget that the Breakfast Show is a current affairs program that comes to you every Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. In today's edition of the Breakfast Show, we will be looking at the PRC system, the PRC general letter that was sent to both parties. We'll look at the court dismissed 7 accused. We will also look at a little bit of this and that, and we will have a whole rundown of the recap. We'll have a whole recap that was done throughout the week. So don't go anywhere. I am here and we'll be back shortly. So there was a letter going by about the PRC system general sending letters to people, to both parties, trying to summon them, trying to tell them, to direct them in different ways of how they will do. And really people have their own thoughts and opinions of that, which we will have to get you later. But let us show you the press that did come out about the whole thing. Okay, so due to some technical issues, it wasn't able to be on the screen so that you guys can see it. So I will read briefly for you what it stated. This happened in the 23rd February, stated in the letter, the National Secretary General, Sierra Leone People's Party, Unity House, Life for Boston Street, Freetown. Dear Sir, The attention of the Commission is drawn to the conduct of supporters of your party at an outlet called Unity Attire Base, Kalbatong, Freetown, on Wednesday, 22 February 2023. You may recall that the All People Congress Party had their National Delegates Conference in McKinney from the 18th to the 20th February 2023. Oh, so now it has been fixed and you can see it on your screen. I really don't have to read it to you anymore, but that is what it said. And in conclusion of the whole thing, it's like, consequently, the party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, is hereby warned to refrain from such disorderly conduct. Forthwith, please be reminded of the further sanctions prescribed in the Act in the event of a repeat of such proscribed behavior. So that is what they had to say, because there was a rumor, or it was accused that due to the whole convention thing, we all know that the All People's Congress Party left for Freetown, and when they came, it was accused that some people are out there insulting the First Lady and the President, which did not go down well with nobody at all. And that is the letter that was sent to like one people. It was reported, and it was like a confirmed thing that tear gas was being fired. The place was like scattered and torn because of this behavior, which lead back to what I keep saying. Youth of these days, if there's one thing I should tell you, because I am a very young person, so the best advice I could give you is do not involve yourself in any violent activity. There's a way you show your support, and that's by going to the election polls and cast your vote. You can be excited, you can like enjoy your time with them. Yes, I know you want to see them. You can like do all those things, but refrain from anything that is violent, anything that will cause harm to the people, anything that wouldn't go right by any constitution or wouldn't go right by the court. You have to try to protect yourself. You have to try to validate yourself. So that is a warning for everybody. It's not only one party, that is a warning for everybody. But thinking of that, it's like, okay, so you guys are the youth, and they're younger people that are probably looking up to you. And some of the things that you guys were singing or saying, or some of the things that you are doing, in general, you're in the streets, and there are younger people seeing you. If you don't even want to do this for like certain things, just see yourself as a role model, and someone is looking at you. Someone that has the tendency to copy something from you. And with that, I want to say, do not forget, because this is an invitation to everybody, that Henrietta Etta will be buried on the 27th of February, which is on Monday. It was out there that everybody are invited. The moment I get more information about that, I would come with it to you. But it is a public post that was being posted everywhere. So you guys are invited. I want us to go for a short break, and then we'll come back and have a little chit chat about things. The magistrate court discharged 7 people. Well, this is the thing about all these courts and things. They might be harsh, but yes, they are sorrowful. But it stated, the prosecution was unable to meet the required threshold to find them culpable, said Magistrate Mark Geba. He went on to say that I have considered the evidence as presented to the court by the prosecution, together with the general circumstances of the case, and in light of the foregoing, I hereby reach the following decisions. The second accused, Ballet Camara, fifth accused, Ballet Camara second, 15th, Alusain Sise, Third, Salematu Kaloko. Fourth accused, Mariama Sire Bangura. 21st accused, Humaru Saidu Kamara. And ninth accused, Sire Conte, are found not guilty on each count and are each accordingly acquitted and discharged. Accused person are found not guilty, he concludes. And in conclusion to all that, she concluded saying, "We are not here to take over. All we want to do is complement our husband's effort in the way that they also park more life in positive ways." Do not forget that this is the thing, like I was just saying just now. It's like, okay, so you went there, do whatever you have to do. People are going to judge you because there's a whole judiciary that is there to watch you. We have an all executive. We have all those things that is there to like watch you and then judge your movement. You might be lucky in some things. You might be found not guilty in some things. But you know if you're guilty in some things, then you are going to be found guilty. I cannot emphasize this enough because sitting behind the camera and talking to you, I think this is a chat. I do not come here every day and then just do a straight out news. This is a chat that I have with you because I've seen things, I've heard things, have watched things. And honestly, the question is, where are you guys going with the violence? Where are you going with all these cases? Where? Sometimes it's really not necessary, it's not called for, because you will be charged if you are found guilty by law. And I don't know how you want to do your careers if that is the case for you. But to want to say kudos to the court as it is, well, that is exactly what happened in that case. Let's be back after this break. The First Lady, Mrs. Fatima Bio, joins the First Lady in the First Ladies of the UA Summit, and she was there. They had this old chat, and this is the thing about women supporting women, something I also always talk about. It's women supporting women, and it was wonderful to watch. I did watch some videos that she was there, and it was fantastic. She is the First Lady, and we have seen the way she drives, the way she does things. We have heard this, we have heard that. But, well, they went to the US conference, and they had a lot to say. Some of which is, because the thing about the summit is all the First Ladies, they gather to like discuss about things and so on and so forth. So when it was her turn to talk, she's like, she said things like, I'll just read what I prepared. Sierra Leone's First Lady, Dr. Fatima Madabio, an African First Lady, have arrived in Addis Ababa at the African Union Summit. First Lady said the First Ladies are at the summit with one mission, which is to change the way things are done in the African continent. We spoke with one voice and determined to see a positive change in our individual countries. Our agenda was clear: closing the gender gap for our women. We talked about financially. In conclusion, we talked about the safety of our children. We talked about women representing in politics and in all decision-making environments. We talked about women and children's safety during conflict. We talked about menstrual hygiene for our girls, and most importantly, we talked about decision-making in environmental issues. We also talk about women and children's safety and stuff like that. She also concluded with saying, we are not here to take over. All we want to do is complete our husband's effort in the way that also impacts our lives in positive ways. Now, my question to that is this. If you know or you have like been seeing the First Lady, I think you will know her. It's impossible to be in Sierra Leone and say you don't know the First Lady, but once upon a time, things like that used to happen. And one thing this is a personal opinion, one thing I do admire about her is she's relentless. She comes and be like, okay, I'm for the women. And if you know me, you will know that this is something I'm really for, because starting this show till this moment, all I keep talking about is women, 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 women. Because it is very attractive to see women do things like, it's very attractive to see women working hard. Her husband is the First Lady. She doesn't need to do all these things. But this is the thing, she works relentless to put some things together. The sanitary pads idea is an amazing idea, because this is the thing. Once upon a time, I went to some parts up country, and I see girls straining to get things that are common here in Freetown, especially that got to do with the menstrual cycle. So that is a part that I think she's covering greatly. We have seen her just go extremely hard and extremely big on girls, supporting girls, making sure girls are not being accused or abused. And the same yesterday in a court hearing, a man was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment for sexually penetrating his cousin. So things like this are happening in this country. Just imagine, how can an uncle do something like that to someone that, like, some things don't make sense. But like I said, personally, these are the things that I do admire about her, because she is so relentless. And with that being said, I would like to inform all of you that the popular artist, the popular actor from Nigeria, Idris Elba, is in Sierra Leone, and he's giving, well, he's giving vibes, he's giving, he's giving all these things that people are giving, because I see all these girls posting with him. Well, I would say he's an admired artist, he's an admired like person, because yeah, he is. He has this very handsome future that is not my personal opinion. I had things like that. Don't get things wrong or get things twisted. And earlier this week, we did made mention of certain things, like advising young girls again, because I remember myself and my colleague, Franklin Williams, we talked on advising young girls, and we talked on the second earthquake that happened in Turkey and Syria. And I cannot emphasize this enough, because it is heartrending, it is so sad. Sierra Leone did just have a landslide, and I saw how things went. I went and visited the scene time after that, and it was horrible. He was so pathetic to watch. So I cannot emphasize enough. And this is the thing, there are reports coming in that they will have a bigger earthquake like that, that is about 6 point something in about 6 months. So with those information being given, I understand, I would expect, let me not say understand, I would expect that they're doing a professional job by trying to let's just helping the people in vacating those premises, and then maybe you put them back when something is like stable, or if there is something to do, something that the professionals can do, because I don't know nothing about that, but if there's something you can do, then I feel like it's time to do it now. So many bad things are happening, so many bad things that I cannot even start to say something about them. It is trending because now all you hear is, this don't happen some side, this don't happen another side. It's like, what is happening? It feels like the world is coming to an end, but who am I to say that? So another advice again, be careful how you live your life, and be careful to the places that you go and the things that you do and the things that you say and stuff. So in another news, the Christian Aid. Christian Aid is an organization of Christians. They come together and call themselves the Christian Aid. They're in partnership with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Agriculture. They pride themselves in doing charitable works and empowering the less fortunate. They have been in four districts, and they have plans on doing 5 more districts, because they are formally not here, but they come to Sierra Leone because there's some Sierra Leonean roots, so they come back home to just add some values, or like to invest in the country. This was a meeting that was held where they made their intention known, and they invited people. Already, this is something that the Reverend did say, because this is an advice that is going out for everybody, and even me, I keep saying this. On the day of the election, all you have to do is go to the election polls, cast your vote, come back home, and relax. Let TDN Africa Media do the work for you. He also stated that he believed that Sierra Leoneans have a voice. The kind of voice you have to come out is the issue, but he said he do believe that Sierra Leoneans have a voice to change things. They did talk about the agriculture sector, because it is said that they think the Sierra Leoneans are able to grow their things like their crops, their food, their rice. So it would be better if that happened, instead of always trying to import stuff, trying to import rice. They said, if Sierra Leoneans have the right tools, equipment, and crops, it will happen. We will happen to like grow our own crops, grow our own things, and eat our own food. Because we all know Sierra Leone is a motherland. We all know Sierra Leone is the best you could ever get, like in terms of soil and things like that. And they're big on an organization of that. They are a big supporter of, let's come together, let's make sure this and this happen. They do have a health sector that they put together time to time to like help and support the country. They help and support the country in like medical stuff. Like I said, they're in partnership with the Ministry of Health. So things like that do happen. And things like that are what I admire so much about organizations. When you come to a country, you try to help or you try to give back. Because I believe there are people in the diaspora. This is me even saying, like, me being part of something like that. There are people in the diaspora that, yes, they come from Sierra Leone, and they've gone there, they've established, and they're investing on Sierra Leoneans, and they're investing in Sierra Leone. How better can it be? How else can it be? Because there are people that actually, they're in abroad, they are from Sierra Leone, but they don't even think or like say, let me come and invest in Sierra Leone. No. So those are the kind of people that we do admire. This is why TDN Africa Media will forever be unbiased and credible, because we have what it takes, and we know what is it to like have a country of your own, or like to be in your country, to invest in your country, and to invest in Sierra Leoneans. If you're just tuning in, don't forget that this is TDN Africa Media, and this is the Breakfast Show. Let's go for a quick music break, and we will be back.
Sage on the beat.
Africa love, Africa love.
Africa love. Come on now West Africa, me country in a salon, me city in a eat tongue, book fields, but a salute. We can eat guests with hands, send and done with different sauce. We believe in God, yes, Ghana, Papa God with us. Woman then gets training, we man them hard working. We can join hand together for make better team happy. Garlic in the garden, the plant Steve in plaza, swaka with me a foods now. And the only a back, kasada ton gari, kasada ton fufu. We can place with hand to God and say, by God, yeah, what we get, but who put in the like a diamond and gold. Guys is in the place warm, race is in the place cold. But who man can let for body from bloody Meggy or Jolly. Now they but who man can get the chance for meeting old party. The rag balla together and they go to self falla. The check now the map, you the friend we now West Africa. Not to man, not to woman, not in people. No matter how you day, I tell you we all equal. Every nation getting type and belief system. We can pass the same lesson till we begin them. We culture a reach and the people the friendly. We tradition, the values, the morals, we blend with family, we not warrior. No matter who side we come out, we get the African blood and the food now we got. We skillful, we handy, we hardworking. Religious tolerance, now we nation, but that's something. Everybody get the rights for belong Usa in one day. I thank God for Salon, the peace and we feel. Casada live in rest, speaking friend and a salon. The goosey soup in the bar, Nigeria man can enjoy. The banku and the okko, Ghana back in the pata. Liberia Tobogi, then Kisan and Dong Walla.
Sage on the beat.
Africa love, Africa love, Africa love. Come on now West Africa, me country in a salon, me city in a eat tongue, book fields, but a salute. We can eat guests with hands, send and done with different sauce. We believe in God, yes, Ghana, Papa God with us. Woman then gets training, we man them hard working. We can join hand together for make better team happy. Garlic in the garden, the plant Steve in plaza, swaka with me a food stand.
So the Armed Forces Day was celebrated on Wednesday, and I was there personally. I went to like watch the show, and it was like, it's my first time, actually. It's my first time ever like watching the parade at the Wilberforce Barracks. It was tiring, but it was fun because things like that are fun for like some people. Because the field was full, and there were people sitting on the ground. There were people that are being invited. I think that's how it works, because everybody like have accepted, but there are numerous amounts of people that come out to like watch the parade. I myself, I did enjoy it a lot. There was performances like the acrobatic, some gymnastics performance. There's a squad from Benguma that did show a whole performance of how soldiers are being trained at the Benguma. It was fun to watch because there are women there, and I cannot emphasize this enough. There are women there that was doing extremely well, more than even the men. Like they were just giving an illustration of the things that they do, some practices, some exercises that helps them to be strong, fast, and skilled. And there was this particular lady, oh my God, she flips, she just does things like at the top of her game. And tell me if that is not what is expected of a woman. And I would like to say up till this moment, we haven't had anything from NGC, because I would like to give you guys a news that comes down to how it is being said, how it is being cleared. But there's nothing I've heard about NGC. Everything is silent, and people have thoughts of things, of different things. And yesterday there was an all-court hearing on a no-case submission with Dr. Samura Kamara. He was there. We were there live too. So if you want to watch that, if you missed it yesterday, because people were watching it, but if you do miss it yesterday, then you would have to like search TDN Africa Media, whether on Facebook, so you guys can watch the whole hearing, because it has been adjourned, but when it does happen again, we will come with it for you full hand so you guys can see what all of that was about. We pride ourselves in giving you news as it happens. Our reporters was also like the coming of Samura Kamara, Dr. Samura Kamara. Our reporters were out in the streets, and yes, they showed you all this movement. They were analyzing, they were giving you facts, reports. And if that is not news, then what else? Because this is the news that people cannot show you. This is the news that other stations cannot show you. And I could tell you this for a fact because I did watch other channels. None of them could like show you that. But how comfortable is it for you to be in, like, let me say, Peninsula, or for you to be in Maje Town? You know, those areas that are like up in the hillside or that are quiet, and you just have to sit back and then watch all these things happen. So you know exactly what is going on, somewhere that you are miles and miles away. You know exactly what is happening in that place. You can see what is happening. You know that this is happening right now, and you know that you are safe. You're only watching. This is what I talk about when I say TDN Africa Media. We do the work for you because a reporter, a cameraman, they had some little issues because tear gas were being fired, so they do got affected. But yes, thanks be to God. And if there's something I do not say enough, is I would really, really like to thank especially our cameraman, because he does relentless work for us. Because this is the thing, people do not see the people behind the camera, the people that are making this work. All I have to do is come sit down and then give you the news. Now the people that have to set it up for the news to happen, the people that have to go out, because I cannot go out if like there's this breaking news or whatever that's happening in a far place, and due to circumstances I cannot go out. So it's like, okay, so our cameraman has to be there because he has the camera, he sends the feeds, he sends the live, so they have to go the rigs themselves. So I want to say thank you because he's doing an amazing job. You will know him by time, but yes. And I want to tell you guys that all the news that have happened this week, all you can do is type TDN Africa Media, just search for it, and you will have like the whole rundown of it. I think I already stated that the funeral ceremony of Henrietta Etta will be posted, will happen on the 27th, which is on Monday, and hopefully we'll see what's going to happen about her, because she is one of us. We all know that she is the founder of Sierra Leone Life Matters. She made this philanthropist career of herself, because I am sure by now you already know that TDN Africa Media, we pride ourselves on investing in young people because we believe that they are the future generation. So she was one of us, and she's a young, accomplished lady, someone you would look up to, and someone that would be an amazing mentor. So you will be invited to like go to the funeral or stuff. Everybody's invited because she was popular and she was like well known. And yes, I'm still sending sympathy to the people that were affected, the victims that were affected in the second earthquake. It was reported that 3 people lost their lives. It is pathetic, and this is why I keep advising youth of today that be careful of what you do, because imagine those people lost their lives under natural circumstances, but you guys are out there fighting, doing all those things that actually cause for those things, but it's not happening to you. It's happening to someone else. And God knows it might happen to you, so all you have to do is like stay safe. Let's go for a short break, and then we will wrap this up when we come back.
Danny Beats Classic.
City's life.
life with a leave so. Now by grace with a break home. You gon' make calm when the ten come, pull you ten by. See this life, we no fake. Now by grace, we dey pray. You gon' make calm when the ten come, pull you ten by. Don't be a hater. Life na jeje, we no go die power. Seda, we know say we must better. Life na jeje, we no go die power. Seda, we know say we must better. Some man ten don't pass, some man ten don't reach, some man ten no carry so patient and wait. The secret.
Danny Beats Classic.
See this life with a leave so. Now by grace with a break home. You gon' make calm when the ten come, pull you ten by. See this life, we no fake.
With all of this today, I would like to end the program saying, do not forget to collect your voter's ID card. You should collect it on the 27th of this month, which is on Mondays. So you have to like Friday to collect it. Don't forget, you will just have to like go to the office and then collect your voter's ID card. Voter's ID card is actually free to collect. So they will start expecting you to go, take your ID card so you can cast your vote quietly, without any violence, without any arguments, without any problems, for your own safety. So don't forget that the breakfast show comes to you every Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. live in all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Yes, you can go to TikTok as well. You can all watch all that TikTok dance videos and still able to learn what's happening in your country. This is how much we go for you. Don't forget to stick with us because we do have programs coming up. We do have the education program coming up, the health program, the sports program, because this is for the men. This is for the men because I have had men asking me, so do you guys do football programs and stuff? It will come up. You will have all the analysis because we do know not everybody have the time to like watch TV, watch television, to like watch the game and stuff. So we will bring you that shortly. There's the quiz show which comes up every Mondays to Fridays. You can catch me if you can and get smart money. All you have to do is answer 5 questions for 50,000. How easy can that be? Imagine walking in the street being smart, but still you got nothing. And then you meet me, you're smart. And then come answer few questions that do not even require like you being tense in the brain or like how to think so much about it. And I got that easy money. This is the thing about having unexpected money. It's always fun to use. So you can catch me if you can. There's a program like Waiting the People Say and News of the Day. We also bring you breaking news live as it happens, because we want you to get, there are certain things that you should get as it is happening. We have different programs, so don't forget that you can just type TDN Africa Media. So this is the end for today. Don't forget that I've been your host, Sylvia John. Stay blessed and have a lovely weekend. I do have planned to enjoy mine so badly. So make sure you do have a blessed weekend.
Danny Beats Classic.
See this life with a leave so. Now by grace with a break home. You gon' make calm when the ten come, pull you ten by. See this life, we no fake. Now by grace, we dey pray. You gon' make calm when the ten come, pull you ten by. Don't be a hater. Life na jeje, we no go die power. Seda, we know say we must better. Life na jeje. We no go die pa wele. Seda. We know say we must better. Some man tend don't pass, some man tend don't reach. Some man tend not carry so patient and wait. The secret formula to success na faith. Hard work, focus na process so wait. All job getting days. Seda for each other. Hard work get for pain, not for me like dear. All luck not be same. Are you one gain where you not conquer the pain? Look for me watch, timeless. Money making for me mindset. Take every chance if in the slightest. Skyscraper life, I will live until the highest. Life, we not fake. Now by grace, we dey pray. You gon' make calm when the tank come pull you.
Danny Beats Classic.
See this life we dey live so. Now by grace, we dey break home. You gon' make calm when the tank come pull you temper. Life, we no fake. Now by grace, we dey pray. You gon' make calm when the tank come. Pull you temper, don't be a hater. Life na jeje, we no go die pa wele. TDN, seda. We know say we must better. Life na jeje, we no go die pa wele. TDN, seda. We know say we must better. Some man tend don't pass, some man tend don't reach. Some man tend not carry so patient and wait. The secret formula to success na faith. Hard work, focus na process so wait. All job getting days. Seda for each other. Hard work get for pain, not for me like dear. All luck not be same. Are you one gain where you not conquer the pain? Look for me watch, timeless. Money making for me mindset. Take every chance if in the slightest. Skyscraper life, I will live until the highest. Life, we not fake. Now by grace, we dey pray. You gon' make calm when the tank come. Pull you temper, don't be a hater. Life na jeje, we no go die pa wele. TDN, seda. We know say we must better. Life na jeje, we no go die pa wele. TDN, seda. We know say we must better. One step at a time, you must hitch. Use your 8 sketchy muscle till it gets hitch. Work hard and put the bank now you pocket. Slow down, no shortcut profit. You see the patient, them patient for what's the task. Rub and take it taste sweet. Watch, you see the patients where tortoise get for waka. Slow till it grow big.